Hello and welcome. It's Leon Street, and in this video today I'm talking about how to attract new coaching clients all year using only 30 pieces of content. Now, if you've been following for the past week across whichever social media platform, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or wherever, you've probably seen that we've been offering out our free 6-week content rhythm workshop. And the reason why I wanted to raise that with you is because a lot of people have been asking about it, and I've been speaking to a lot of people, and they're telling me, Leon, this is making such a huge difference to my thoughts around how I grow my coaching business. And, off the back of it, for a lot of people, it's kind of like, is it really that easy? And for some coaches and some people who I've been speaking to, we're also in the situation where they're like, can you tell me more? Because I'm intrigued. I need to know more about how this can actually work for me. So the next step, the next logical step of what I wanted to get to was basically to give you guys the opportunity to have a free walkthrough on how to do that in your coaching business. And the reason why I wanted to take you through this walkthrough is because when you've got your content figured out for a whole year, the one thing that you can do above all else is not have to worry about anything. And worry about anything in the sense of what new content do I need to create, what new gimmicks, new hooks, new reasons or ways to attract people. And for me, this is such an easy method that when I stumbled across it, say about 18 months ago, and I was doing it, I didn't really realize the power of what I had in order to create such I guess so few pieces of content in order to be able to market the whole year round and attract clients. Now, the method that I'm about to share with you and what I want to walk you through in terms of the worksheet, I've been using for about 18 months now. So if you're tired of having to come up with new content ideas and you're thinking, how can I, come up with something new that actually captures the attention of my audience, whether that's your audience on your personal profiles, if you've got a Facebook or a LinkedIn group, and you're thinking, how do I just, get people motivated and saying, hey, Leon, or hey, whatever your name is, can I have a chat with you? Or can I find, have you got some more information on that thing so I can find out more about how you can help me? And this is what I want to bring to your attention now with what I'm going to take you through on the 6-week content rhythm. If you've got any questions as I'm going through this, guys, please drop your comments below this video. If you've got any questions, creating content on social media and how to capture the attention of your audience, this is your opportunity to do so. And what I'm going to do, hopefully I'm just clicking away in the background, just making sure technology plays ball, but I'm going to load up my iPad and we're going to do a bit of live demonstration on how to use this worksheet, how to fill it in, how to use it to create your content, and then how can you, I guess, get the most out of this. And why am I saying to you, you can market your business all year round from 30 pieces of content and how to attract clients off the back of it? It probably makes no sense to you if that's something you've never done. But when I break down this method, I'm hoping that it becomes clearer. But as I said, before I get into this, just quickly, if you've got any questions around social media content, what types of content, or you're challenged with content, how to show up on video, how to have confidence on video, anything like that, there's something that is challenging you right now, then let me know. And then what I will do is, as I mentioned, just take you through each step of what you need to be aware of. So what I'm going to do is click on screen share here and see if I can just get my iPad shared on screen. And then we're going to get into this. So just give me a second. Here we are. And let's view. And so what I will do, we'll see if it loads up, and if it does, then I can take you through. If not, then I'm going to show you another option. So just give me a second, guys. So let's see. If it doesn't, what I'm going to do is then switch to the live worksheet on screen. So just give me one more chance. This is always the thing when you go live with these pieces of technology. So it was just working a moment ago, so I'm going to try it one more time, and if it doesn't, guys, like I said, I'll just load the worksheet up on screen. Yeah, it's for some reason it's just showing me a black screen, so let me just load it up and share on the screen that I've got to the left of me, and then we're going to walk through this. So let me cancel that and let's open up this worksheet. So if you want a copy of this worksheet, by the way, guys, and you haven't come across it yet, you haven't requested a copy of it, just comment below this video with the word content, yeah, or 6 weeks. So content or 6 week, I'll know what you're talking about. So 6 week content rhythm. So just let me know, and then this will be yours. So I'm just going to open this now, and we're going to jump into the worksheet. So there we are. I've got it loaded in my background. So let me put it on the screen for you guys now. So share screens. Okay. And Chrome. Where are we? So Google Chrome, and there we are. This is it. So this is the 6 week content rhythm, guys. And as I said, if you want a copy of this with what I'm sharing on the screen with you right now and what you should be seeing, just comment below this video, whether you're watching me on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever platform this is coming to you on. Just comment below this with the word 6 week, and I'll make sure you get the PDF copy of what I'm taking you through. So with the 6 week content rhythm, let me kind of, I guess, just break this down to you very quickly. The 6 week content rhythm is a way for you to simplify your approach to content marketing on social media. And, you know, I often see where, I'm just going to zoom right in so we can just focus on the content here. I often see where people are they're overwhelmed with creating content. This worksheet is very simple. All you've got to do, guys, you fill in pages 7 and 12 to 17, as it says here. So it's pretty much step by step. There is explanation. That's why there is a limited number of pages that you actually fill in. The other pages simply just add explanation, which is what we're going to go through here. So let me give you the overview of the 6 week content rhythm. It's very simple. The 6 week content rhythm has been designed so that you're able to create a structured approach to publishing your marketing message, meaning, you know, the content you'd otherwise publish, whether it's videos or just regular marketing content. So each time you run through the 6 week cycle, yeah, once you've done it twice, you've effectively run through 12 weeks, which is 90 days, which is a quarter of your year. And the cool thing about this is that this will allow you to complete a whole year's worth of content by running this 8 times in a year. So let's get into this, what I mean. The reason that this is an advantage to you is very simple, guys. It works because it removes what doesn't work as well, because you have the opportunity to review what is working and what isn't. And this is about mastery in terms of content. So most content marketing strategies are complex, and this method is very much repeatable, because with this structure, it allows you to be creative and innovative at the same time. And as I mentioned earlier, you're then able to remove what's not working. So you'll see in this particular example, what I'm sharing with you here, we've got a table here. I'm just going to zoom in a bit more. Just so you can see. Let's see if we can just fit it to page. There we are. And in this particular table, what I want to take you through and, you know, just sharing right now is what you'll see is that on the left-hand column, you've got weeks 1 to 6 going down the left-hand side. And then we've got columns of frustration and fear. We've got the next one, which is desire. We've got another column, which is the belief that we need to change within our audience, our niche. Then we have lead magnet and topic description. So let me take you through very briefly what this is. So again, as I'm going into this, if you do want a copy of this, guys, just comment 6 weeks below this video, and me or one of my team will reach out to you to make sure you get the PDF version of this. So what have we got going on in column 2, frustration and fear? Well, if you think about your niche come to you to fix a problem. But with that problem, they're going to have a number of frustrations and fears with how that problem is affecting them in their life or business. They're also going to have a related desire. So as an example, which is what you can see here, I filled it in so that you can see the example, which is one frustration of my audience, which is business and life coaches, is they're not getting enough leads, which is the frustration on the left. Now on the right, in the desire column, the desire would be to have more qualified leads, right? However, one of the beliefs around not getting enough leads and being in a position to get qualified leads, the belief of my niche is that they don't know what to do on social media. So the belief there is lack of knowledge or confidence, one of the two, right? But I'm aware that there is a belief there by the kind of niche that I'm targeting, business and life coaches, established business and life coaches, that is, that they have this belief that they can't attract qualified leads because, as it says there, they don't know what to do on social media. But if we go down to week 2, I'll give you another example. So my niche, they might be frustrated or have a fear around, they don't know how to speak to leads in their DMs. So once they have a conversation on social media, they don't know how to speak to DMs because they're frustrated because when they do speak to people, nobody's booking a call with them and they're not in a sales position. So the desire would be to close sales in DMs, meaning closing people who actually want to speak to them around a sales conversation. So therefore, the belief that we need to change is that conversations are too hard in DMs. So I'm just sharing this part with you because as we follow this along, and then we move into the next column, which is lead magnet, what you start to understand is that each week, when you run this 6-week content rhythm, it's actually about changing beliefs on a weekly basis. Because if your niche are following you and seeing your content, and your content doesn't focus on helping your niche to change their beliefs, guess what? They're never going to be in a position to actually want to speak to you because you're not helping them to change the beliefs that they have in order to attain the desires that they actually want right now. And this is a really important step that you've got to understand in terms of your marketing. Otherwise, you kind of fall into the sea of sameness, meaning that you create great content, but it doesn't really shift people. It doesn't move people. It doesn't create any emotions. So therefore, it's not emotive. So there's no reason to change, to move, right? So the cool thing about this 6-week rhythm overview and what we're looking at here is the not enough leads is a frustration or fear. And as you go down in that column, you'll see there are different types of frustrations and fears that my niche have, business and life coaches. So what you've got to do, and there is a blank page on this worksheet I'm going to take you through in a moment, is that what you've got to do is fill this in for yourself. So mine's the example to give you an idea of what you need to fill in. Once you've got to the belief stage and you understand what the belief is that you need to change, then what you should think about as well is to have one lead magnet each week to actually help your niche to change that belief. So the reason why we have a column called lead magnet is then what I've got are different lead magnets, whether they're a guide, a cheat sheet, some kind of PDF document, or a video that focuses on giving my niche what they need to be aware of in order to get the outcome they're looking for, and why. Either why in terms of what frustrations they have and what will happen as consequences, or why they need to shift their beliefs in order to make the desire possible. So the lead magnet then becomes an asset that you can use every week. And so this way, here's the power of this 6-week content rhythm. And really what I want to communicate is that each week your content should help your niche to shift their beliefs, and you should have something of value, not just your content you publish on social media, but like a lead magnet, some kind of asset that you can also give your audience so that they can get the next step in value from you, which is pushing them in a direction of actually then wanting the next thing. So it's almost like content, lead magnet, how do I get the next thing? And the next thing usually for most people is going to be a call, or going to a checkout page, or even going to something like a webinar or a challenge, something like that. So that's why this is so powerful, because actually what we're doing is helping our niche, the people who are watching us and who are coming across our content, to actually shift beliefs, to actually shift their perspective and actually wanting to speak to us. That's the whole point of this. So you've got in the 6-week content rhythm, you've got your own 6-week rhythm to fill in. So you fill in the top 6 frustrations of your niche, and then you fill in the top 6 related desires, so the total opposite of what they're frustrated or they have fears around. And then you fill in what's the belief that they have. So if they believe that they're frustrated or fearful of one thing, but they have a desire of the other, usually the belief is that they are overwhelmed, or they can't do it, or they're low in confidence. There is some kind of belief that is limiting them or stopping them from getting the desire. You have to identify that, because that belief is the key to what your weekly topics should cover. So what I'm going to talk about now is, now that you know what you need to cover as an overview for each week, we need to break the weeks down. So let me skip forward. So now you need the weekly content structure. So hopefully this is making sense, guys. If this is making sense, just give me a yes in the comments. So if you're just joining me, what I'm doing is sharing with you my 6-week content rhythm framework. It's a free worksheet you can get. If you want a free copy of it, just simply comment 6 weeks underneath this video, and I'll make sure that I reach out to you with a free PDF copy of this worksheet. And why is it so powerful? Because with this worksheet, I use it right now, my clients do, to basically attract new coaching clients all year round using only 30 pieces of content. So what I've done for the past 10 minutes or so, I've just taken you through the overview of what this framework is all about. And now we're just going through the overview in terms of the 6 weeks, what you need to think about, what you need to do. And now we're going to break down what you should be publishing on a weekly basis now that we know the beliefs that we need to change. So if I go down, I'm just going to skip through. We've got the weekly breakdown. So the weekly breakdown is taking what we've planned for 6 weeks, and it's time to get focused on what to actually create day by day. So here's what you need for your content on a weekly basis. And here's the cool thing. We've already mapped out what our 6 weeks needs to look like, as in what frustration or fear we're tackling with the related desire. We know what the belief is that we need to change. We know what lead magnet we need to create. Now here's the content that will support the rhythm of our message going out Monday to Friday. That's why I call it the 6-week content rhythm, because it's cyclical, meaning that you find a rhythm, and then eventually when you run this a few times and you've gone through a 6-week period and you go through another cycle, by the time you've hit your second to third, you're really starting to gauge and understand actually what gets people to hold their hands up and attract you leads, what gets people to slide into your DMs and want to find out more from you about your programs, what gets people actually just wanting to buy from you and saying, hey, Leon, I really love the fact that you're able to do XYZ after seeing your video or reading your content, and I just wanted to speak to you. Like, that's what happens when you follow this procedure. It isn't how you can be gimmicky and all these different things. Those things have their place, but this is about mastery of your marketing message for your niche. And there's so much power in this. So the weekly breakdown, let me just take you through what's in the weekly breakdown. So on Mondays, what you do is publish a post or a video that is about 5 to 15 minutes long, or your post is around about 150 to 1,000 words. And what should happen is that post or the video content should show by story. Story is the most powerful form of creating beliefs and connecting with people emotionally, showing either something like a before and after, showing people how either you or your clients change their beliefs to get the outcome, which is the desire that your niche want, and how they overcame their frustration or fear that your niche are currently going through. So by using stories, you demonstrate, you show people, and it's one of the most powerfulest ways to help people change their beliefs, by showing other people who've done something similar. So Monday should be a change beliefs post or video. And you can see there is details about, as I said, the length of video, the length of post. And when I say post, it's kind of like as if you were putting a blog out on your personal profile on Facebook or Instagram. If you were doing the same on YouTube, then it would, as I said, there 5 to 15-minute video. LinkedIn, same type of thing. With LinkedIn, you could be publishing a video, or you could be publishing an article on LinkedIn, obviously, because they have that feature. Anyway, so that's Monday. What's Tuesday? Tuesday is you publish a post that gets your audience to raise their hand. And usually this is a 130 character post or a 20-second video offering the lead magnet that you identified that your audience, your niche would want. Yeah, that's why in your overview, you identify what lead magnet can you put together, because you've got to have something of value again to get people to say, hey, I want that. And on a Wednesday, what I'll do, I'll show you some examples in a moment once I've gone through the weekly content plan just from my own profile so you guys can see. On a Wednesday, you create and publish a post that shows social proof or a testimonial or a case study in reference to what you spoke about on Monday in your article or video. And the reason for that is if you're speaking about a theme and you're helping your niche to change your belief, by showing social proof, i.e. testimonial, you're kind of backing up what you say is possible, and therefore people see it, they can believe it, and it makes it easier for them to actually conceptualize that actually I need to speak to you. You have potentially what I'm looking for. Thursday, you create and publish a walkthrough video, which is like a 5 to 10 minute video that supports your lead magnet. Yeah, kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm talking you guys through a free worksheet that you can get if you comment below this video with the word 6 weeks, and I'll make sure you get a copy of this PDF so you can plan out your 6 weeks worth of content, 30 pieces of content, so you can attract clients all year round. And then on a Friday, you simply create and publish a reminder, text or video to say, hey, watch the video from yesterday. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. So one of my team will be publishing a post to say, hey, make sure you check out this video, which you guys are watching live or perhaps on the replay. So that's the content overview. And then what you'll find in the worksheet that you can download and get for free, just comment below this video, as I mentioned, is your opportunity where you can fill this in. So you can start to put kind of descriptions or hooks or ideas of what it is that you are going to publish on each day. And then that way you have literally planned your weekly content. So what I'm going to do briefly is just show you an example. And what I'm going to do is jump into my own, I'm going to jump into Facebook for the moment because I've just got that open and ready. So if I scroll down, you'll see here as I keep going, looking for Monday's post. So here we are. So you can see in this post, this is the Monday Change Beliefs post that I mentioned. It's a bit more lengthy in terms of content, and you'll see as you go through. So if you're following me on Facebook, you'll be able to get to this post because the headline of this one is, and I'll tell you in a second, how my clients attract new customers all year long using only 30 pieces of social media content. So that's a great example. And then the Tuesday hand-raising post, you can see this is like a 130 character message that offers something of value. And you can see in this example, I've created a new planner worksheet my clients use to attract new customers all year using 30 pieces of content, which is the PDF I've just taken you guys through. And then you can see on the Wednesday, we then published the testimonial. So what I did was share, actually, it wasn't this one, it was this one here. So I shared a testimonial from one of my clients who had used this 6-week content plan. And you can see, he said, your approach, Leon, is the best I've seen. The best I've ever managed is a weekly plan. And here very quickly, I've created an easy, effective, repeatable 6-week content rhythm that works and is easy to implement. And then you can see for Thursday, the very video that I'm streaming right now. So I'm sharing that with you guys because when it comes to creating content, it should not be complicated. So let me just stop sharing screens for the moment. And so let me just remove that and come back. And if you want to speed up the process of you creating content, then all you got to do is comment below this video with the word 6 weeks, and I'll make sure that me and my team reach out to you and you get a copy, you get a link to get the PDF version. And that's it, guys. Don't make getting or attracting coaching clients complicated. You don't have to think of 1,000,001 different topics or ideas. Your niche have already come up with those ideas for you in their frustrations, their fears, and what they desire and their aspirations. It's just your job to actually put it together in a structured way, which is what you can do with this worksheet, and understand what it is that your content should do. It should shift beliefs. Change those old beliefs into new beliefs, which are possible. And once people understand that, then they're going to be more open to speaking to you for you to help them with the services, coaching programs, or products or online courses that you have on offer. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. On that note, we're done. Remember, comment below this video if you do want a copy of the free worksheet that I mentioned today, the 6-week content rhythm. It can be yours. It's a PDF and it's free to grab now. So make sure you do that. For those of you watching me on YouTube, please do remember, please subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell. It's me, Leon Street, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye-bye.